Hey guys, so with everything that went on in 2022, high inflation and banks increasing interest rates, that has created some interesting opportunities for savers, to get a better interest rate and return on their savings. And I'm sure if you look at what's on offer in your country in terms of savings accounts and fixed term deposits, you'll see that things are pretty good. But what if I were to tell you that there are even higher interest rates that can be taken advantage of outside of your country? In this video, I'm going to tell you about a platform called Raisin, which essentially allows you to do that, to access high interest savings accounts and deposits, no matter where you are living in Europe. So let's get right into the video. Now, just a quick disclaimer before we start the video. At the time of recording, I have no affiliation with Raisin whatsoever, and this is a completely independent review by myself. And that's always my goal, to give you my honest opinion to help you make the right decision for you. All right, so now that that's out of the way, why would you consider a platform like Raisin? Well, as I said in the intro, interest rates have been going up a lot last year. The Bank of England and particularly the European Central Bank have made multiple interest rate hikes last year. Depending on how the inflation situation goes this year, there may be further rates or it may stay as they are, but rates at the moment for savers with inflation taken into account still aren't great, but there are some higher savings rates out there thanks to this central bank interest rate increases. Nevertheless, maybe the banks in your country haven't caught up yet, or maybe the interest rate situation in your country is just generally not that good and you want to explore what else is out there. And so with a platform like Raisin, it allows you to see what's out there and make the best financial decisions for your situation, taking advantage of higher interest rates by accessing other geographies. So now what I'm going to do is explain how Raisin as a platform works. So the way in which Raisin works is essentially that it has partner banks in various countries across the EU and EEA. And what Raisin essentially does is acts as an intermediary for you to be able to access some of the products from its partner banks that have signed up to the platform. And so these partner banks that sign up for Raisin, they essentially get more clients thanks to signing up through the platform. They get clients from outside their home country and it increases their customer base and the amount of deposits they're holding. Whereas Raisin makes a commission from these banks for any customers that are signed up through them. So you don't pay anything to Raisin in terms of fees when you sign up. All the commissions are paid by the partner banks to Raisin. So there are 8 platforms available on Raisin where you can log in and access these offers. And as you'll see as we go down the list of partner banks, there's a wide range of banks across the EU and EEA countries who have different savings account offers and fixed term deposits that you can access by signing up to Raisin. With the exception of Belgium, anybody living in the EU or the EEA can sign up to Raisin as long as they're over the age of 18. And it's worth noting as well that people in the UK, Raisin also has a site in the UK, and UK customers can sign up and take advantage of these offers as well. So once you've signed up to Raisin, essentially what happens is they will allocate you a German IBAN number, because they're a German platform essentially. That's where Raisin is from. And you will transfer money into your Raisin account to that IBAN. And so once you've transferred money into your Raisin account, that gives you a balance within the account that you can then use to start opening deposits or savings accounts in some of these partner banks. And you can have more than one product going at the same time. I could have a deposit in, for example, Poland open, and I could also have a savings account in Sweden. You can allocate your money as you please, as long as you're eligible for the products that you're trying to sign up for. And so to get access to these products, of course, there's documentation that you need to fill out and complete from the partner bank. So you will fill that out on Raisin's platform, and Raisin will essentially transmit all that documentation to the partner bank. And once everything's okay and signed off, your deposit, your savings account is open and you can start paying money into that. So that's kind of the basic concept of how Raisin works. What I'm going to do now is take you through the Raisin platform so that you can see how it works in practice. So let's go over to it now. So here I'm on the Raisin homepage. So here at the top, I've got my IBAN number. So from my bank, I can make a simple transfer into this account and that will top up my Raisin balance. Over on the left here, this is my balance. So how much money I have in my Raisin account, which in the moment is nothing because it's allocated to products. And then this is available. So if you have a pending transfer, if you're in the process of opening something, then your available amount may be lower than your balance. Then down below here, you got your product summary. So at the moment, I only have one savings account, and you can see this is how much money I have in it. And I've got the details down here. And if we go down here, we can see what accounts I've got. So you can see that savings account is from Klarna Bank, Swedish bank. Same Klarna that does afterpay services, which I am not in favor of. I don't like. But they did actually have an interesting savings account offer when I was looking at this with a 1.05 interest rate. And the good thing about this is this particular account that I've got, you know, it's if we take a look at the details here, you can see it's available in any moment, that says, you know, so I don't have to have the money locked in for a particular period of time. I can access that money whenever I need. There was, you know, from €1 I could start that. The interest rate may change over the course. There's no cost. And you can see as well, this is covered by a depository insurance scheme, which is up to, that's about 1,050,000 krona. And that's something you'll see as we go through the platform as well, the different depository insurance schemes that are offered in all of the different products on there. And so here I can either add money to my account, I can, you know, do that on a recurring basis, or I can do it on a one-off basis. If I go back as well and I want to take money out, I can withdraw. So if I withdraw, you know, I put in the amount I want to withdraw. Let's say I want to withdraw €1,000. I'll put continue there, and that essentially would withdraw it to my Raisin balance. And then from my Raisin balance, I can transfer it into my normal bank account. When I've transferred money to my Raisin account, the couple of times I've done it, I found it to be relatively quick. You know, if you live in the EU and you're familiar with the SEPA payment timelines, then it pretty much falls within that. So 1 business day, 2 at the absolute most, your money will arrive on the platform as well. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take you to have a look at the different products that are available at the time of doing this video. I'm going to open a new page and do this in English so that everyone can understand. I've explained the Spanish terms, but yeah, you'll see what's available here. So there's typically 2 types of products. You know, you've got deposits where you put money and it's locked away for a certain period of time. So let's have a look here. So we can see we've got 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years as well. Here I can put in the amount of money. So let's say I want to put 5,000 euros, and that gives me 3 options here. So we got United. So we got which is a French bank. You can see the country's credit rating as well here, and you'll see what the currency is for the deposit as well. It will also, based on the interest rate, tell you what interest you will earn over the period of your deposit. What you can see down here as well is you can see details about it. So you can see when things will be available. So if it says at maturity, that means you won't be able to have access to the money earlier generally. Generally, it tells you what type of interest you have, if it's compounding. You can see the deposit guarantee as well. So this is guaranteed up to 100,000 euros by the French Deposit Guarantee Fund. Other options we got, so we got Privatbank from Slovakia. It's a 5-year option as well, so 3.23%. And down at the bottom, we've got BFF from Italy. So, you know, you can see a couple of options there. Now let's maybe have a look at a different year term. Let's have a look at 1 year, and let's increase the amount to 20,000. And again, you can see a load of options coming up here. So we got banks in Italy, the Czech Republic, we got Portugal, Latvia, Poland, Austria. You know, there's a lot of options on this platform, which is something I really like. And if we might want access to the money sooner than the end of the deposit term, we can check easy access, and we can see there's 2 options there. So we've got the Banco Português de Gestão, which is an option here, or we've got the Alio Bank in Poland. Obviously, with easy access, you probably won't get the same interest rate as with some of the ones where you are fixed in, or you're tied in for the period of the deposit, but it's good to know just in case. So looking at savings accounts, I've gone back to the Spanish version here because this is where I seem to find them all. So we've got a couple here. You've got, you know, a flexible account. This means it's always available. You know, you can take your money out whenever you want. So we've got that offer from Klarna Bank, which is the one I've taken advantage of. And we've also got one which is money available on notification. So here we see the notification period is 4 days for this one, and that's with Lea Bank, which is a Norwegian bank as well. And again, that's a slightly higher interest rate, but if we look at the information, the reason I turned this one down was because there was a minimum deposit of 5,000 euros when I opened it, and in my situation, for what I was wanting to do, you know, that was too much. But you can see again, this is insured up to 2 million Norwegian krona by the Norwegian deposit scheme, which is applicable. What you can also see as well on all of the different offers as well, as you can see if there's any withholding tax on the interest. So this is good to know when it comes to filling out your tax declaration, if any withholding tax is going to be held. So here on this Portuguese one, you can see 28% is going to be withheld. And sometimes you can fill out documents, relating to double taxation if your country and the bank and the country of the bank where you want to open an account have a double taxation treaty. Then you can ask for the withholding tax essentially to be not withheld, and you can declare it yourself in your own country. So overall, guys, I think Raisin is a pretty interesting platform, particularly if you're looking at higher interest rate savings, or you're simply looking for the diversified spread of your money, because maybe you don't want to have all your money in your home country. You want to geographically diversify where you're holding money, which in some respects was another reason why I opened an account on here as well. This is a great way to do it, by opening this, and I've had a very positive experience of the platform so far. Nothing's really gone wrong. There is a customer service team. They're not necessarily the quickest in responding, but they do get back to you, and transferring money, getting my deposit that I wanted, everything has gone fine so far. So I've had a really positive experience with the platform. So I hope you found this video helpful, guys. Leave a comment and let me know, what did you think of the platform, and would you consider diversifying geographically to get better savings rate? Till next time, I'll see you on the next one, and let's get this money.